Hello. Oops. Hey, you ready for a story time? All right. So I don't have a sombrero, which is a Spanish hat. You'll find out why it's important. But this is the closest that I have. It's a hat from Vietnam. It's called a non le. So, for fun, I will wear it today. And today's story is about Skippy Jon Jones. This is probably one of my favorite books too, about this little guy right here named Skippy Jon Jones. He is a Siamese cat, but he likes to think that he is a Chihuahua. So he goes on adventures as a Chihuahua that speaks Spanish. So, you ready? Skippy Jon Jones by Judy Schachner. Every morning, Skippy Jon Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Miss Doohickeys' bird bath." The lecture went on and on and on as usual. "You've got some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat. Not a bird, not a mouse or a grouse, not a moose or a goose, not a rat or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, Skippy Jon Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippy Jon Jones, and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippy Jon Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippy Jon Jones. "What was that?" So up he went again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Back on land, Skippy Jon Jones climbed into his toy box and rifled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, Skippy Jon Jones began to sing in a muy, muy soft voice. "My name is Skippito Fresquito. I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow. I'm sweet like the jello. I get the job done, yes indeedo." Well, back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jilly Boo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippy Jon come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," Mama Junebug answered. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." In fact, Skippy Jon Jones wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a long, lonesome desert road far, far away in old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a misterioso band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ay caramba! Who goes there?" asked Skippy Jon Jones. "We go by the name of Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. "Who are you?" "I am El Skippito, the great sword fighter," said Skippy Jon Jones. Then the smallest of the small ones spoke up. Why the mosquito, dude? Asked Poquito Tito. I go incognito, said Skippito. Do you like rice and beans? Asked Pintolito. See, I love mice and beans, said Skippito. He might be our doggy of our dreams, whispered Rizalita. Perhaps, said Tia Mia, if he knows the secret password. Leaning toward Don Diego, El Skippito half sneezed, half spoke the secret word into Chihuahua's very large ear. Ah, chupichu! God bless you, said Don Diego. Gracias, said Skippito. Then it is true, declared Don Diego. Yip, yippee, yippito. It's the end of Alfredo Buzito. Skippito is here. We have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad bumbolito. And then all of the chimichangas went crazy loco. And first, they had a fiesta. That's a party. Then they took a siesta. That's a nap. But after waking up, the chimichangos got down to some very serious business. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bumblebito for Skippito to see. A hush grew over the chimichangos so great that one could hear a whisker drop. Alfredo Buzito, whispered the crowd. El Blimpo, Bumblebito, Bandito. Sí, said Poquito Tito. The Bandito steals our frijoles. Not beans, cried Skippito, outraged. Sí, Poquito said. Red beans, black beans, Boston baked, and blue. Coffee, kidney, cocoa, pinto, and jelly, too. And now he comes for us, Poquito added. ¿Por qué? Asked Skippito. Because we are full of beans, too. Then Don Diego stood tall. In his very most somber voice declared, Yo quiero frijoles. Huh? Asked Skippito. The dude just wants his beans back, said Poquito Tito. And you are the dog for the job. Me? Asked Skippito. Then all the great chimichangos turned towards Skippito, the great sword fighter. But poor Skippito had no time for a plan because in the blink of an eye, a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape and the chimichangos scattered in all directions. Vamos, Skippito, or is you the bandito ito, they cried. Skippito stood his ground, but his legs shimmied and shook like the jello, and his teeth chattered like the castanets. And then, in a muy soft voice, he said, My name is Skippito Fresquito. I fear not a single bandito. But Alfredo Buzito flew straight for Skippito until the beating bandito hovered only inches away from the great sword fighter's face. Holy frijoles! cried Skippito as he thrust his sword into the air. Suddenly, pop! Went the bandito, landing on Skippito's sword, and quicker than one could say Chihuahua's cheese and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Buzito, the Bumblebito Bandito. Then all the doggies burst into song. Yip, yippee, yippito. Our hero is El Skippito. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered our beans, and now we can make our burritos. But back at home, There was such a ruckus coming from Skippy Jon's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall to Kitty Boy's room. Banguito, Crashito, Papito, Skippito, just in time to see Skippy Jon's closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, Beanbag Doggies, and the Kitty Boy with his birthday piñata on his head. Skippy Jon Jones, everyone cried. Holy muchachitas, he said. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippy Jon and covered his head with furry, purry kisses. What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pugs? She scolded. And that night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippy Jon began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. Oh, I'm Skippy Jon Jones with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that. Say good night, Skippy Jon Jones, called his mama. Buenas noches, mi amigos, said Skippy Jon Jones. The end. Hope you enjoyed it. Good night.